If you don't rock and stone, you ain't coming home. And I'm here to tell you the basics on everything so that you can come home and continue working for the Soulless Mining Corporation for the rest of your life until the day you die. 16-hour work days? That's the minimum you should work. Only having a tiny room? Why would you need a bigger room? You'll be working, drinking, and partying most of the time to cope with the stress. First of all, the hub area, the place where you can mess around and party in like the frat boy you wish you were and the social life you wish you had. Then there's Lloyd. We love Lloyd, always tip Lloyd. He gives you the best drinks. Then there's the barrel game, jet boot, a place to customize your guns. You can also sort out your drip so that when you die, you'll at least look good. Then there's your assignments and mission select. Assignments, your weekly core hunt and priority assignments. The core hunt is going to be your best friend you wish you had, since you get a blank matrix core and overclock, one for the gun and the other for cosmetic. The primary assignment is alright, since you just get a bunch of materials if you do it. But like the super cool and sexy average height dwarf I am, I already did all my assignments and you should too. Now your dusty, crusty short ass that probably has some dry lips right now, and don't you dare lick them, I already caught most of you. But you damn fruit pounders are as sharp as a marble, so let me explain here. There's main missions, and they could have any random secondary mission. Collecting Morkite. You ticklish looking men got a drop in there, mine it, give it to Molly, and once you hit the target amount, pull the drop pod and run back to it since your life actually depends on it. Deep scan. You're playing hide and seek with a bunch of crystals like they're too shy to show themselves, like you when there's a cute girl around you. Because you're the type of person to blow your nose with your hands, management gives you the scanner to help you find them, and once you do find them, dig them up, call down the resonance scanner, hook it up, and do it maybe 3 or 4 more times. Once you're done, the drill elevator comes down, and now you fight for your life as usual while making sure the drill elevator doesn't break. Once you have all the C's, now you begin the fun part of taking the jet boots and flying up to the drop pod. Industrial sabotage. Some random and other company are trying to steal our resources on our planet. So it's your job to drop in there, find the thing that are powering the batteries, call down Haxie, give the man some respect, and defend him while he's hacking. Now do it again. After that, you take out the batteries, and now you fight the caretaker, and you do it by shooting the yellow spots on his head and then doing damage to his eyes. Now do it 2 more times. After that, you collect the data rack, and you're done. Dreadnoughts. I'm sure your brain is as smooth as a chicken breast, but this should be easy because all you have to do is point and shoot at maybe 1 or 2 big targets. Since we have the twins, the single mother, and then this lonely guy. The twins, when they get to a certain amount of HP, they start sucking each other off to share health, and they do it over and over again until there's not as much health to share. The single mother, you have to kill her by jacking up her rent and killing her children, and this lonely guy, you just have to shoot his ass. Egg hunt. Another activity where you bother a single mother by breaking into his egg sacs, stealing her eggs, and putting them in Molly. But this mother is a feisty one, and there's a chance she's gonna call a swarm on you for stealing her unborn kids, and allegedly allowing management to turn them into scrambled eggs for their own self-pleasure. Escort duty. You gotta protect the BBW known as the Redder. But first you gotta make sure to gather everything in the first room, and once everything is ready, you start her up. And you have to know the Redder is more important than you, so you have to protect it the entire time. But once you get to the second room, you fill her up with that good old oil. Then you protect her again until you get to the hardstone. And once you crack that open, you take her with you. Me personally, I think leaving the Redder behind should be an executable offense. On-site refining. Management needs you to get that sweet good oil, and it is your job to get it. So drop in there, get the pipe set up, build it, and I hope you didn't think that was it, because you have to do that 2 more times. Then you gotta start it and protect it, and the pipes will break, so you have to repair them. Oh, you thought that was just it? Nope, you have to do that 2 more times. Point extraction, one of the easiest missions out there, if you don't take too long. Just search around, bring those shiny stones back, grind them up, while occasionally defending yourself against the swarm. Salvage operation. The previous team that went in there before you died a horrible and painful death. You wanna know how I know? There's no bodies. They got eaten alive. Now listen here, you lonely greaseball. You drop in there, find the parts of the cave where they died, fix up the mules that the glyphers tore limb from limb, start the uplink so the mission control can send some fuel pods, link up the fuel pods, stay in the circle again, wait 2 minutes so that I can power up, and leave before the glyphers turn your tiny body into some food. Mission modifiers, also known as anomalies. Gold rush means it's just a payday since there's more gold in the area. Low gravity means you get the average jump height of a black teen, and mission controllers knows your short ass needs it. Mineral Mania, payday as well. That just means there's more minerals in the area. Golden bugs. You will be showered in gold since every time you kill something, gold drops. Rich atmosphere makes you and the glyphids faster and makes you sound like someone that does helium on the daily. Critical weakness makes the mission easy since hitting weak spots do more damage. Double XP, oh I wish I stole this glorious modifier more. Volatile guts, whether you like it or not, all bugs turn into Muslims and explode when you kill them. Secondary objective just makes the mission longer. Blood sugar. You get to experience what the average smoker does when they're inhaling. But to counter that, the bugs drop red sugar, and now listen to my instructions. You have to crush up the red sugar into a fine dust, lay it into a thin line, and then sniff it up. That's the only way it's gonna heal you. Now on the opposite spectrum, there's warnings, exploder infestation, you're just in Iraq, shield disruption, you're like a baby with a soft skull and the glyphids know this. Mac terror plague. You better run and hide unless you're gonna get pelted or grabbed more than usual. Cave leech cluster. If you're not careful, there's a higher chance you're gonna get grabbed around every single corner. Parasites, they're just disgusting. Regenerative bugs, you heard me right. If you don't kill them fully, they're gonna regen their health like a problem your girlfriend keeps bringing up over and over, even when you tell her you're trying to fix it. No oxygen, you have the brain power and stamina of an extremely old man, and you have a pacemaker that does this annoying beep to remind you to breathe or find the nearest oxygen canister. Lethal enemies, just bugs on steroids. Haunted cave, big, scary ghosts you can't kill. Elite threats, bugs that take even more steroids, like every single fitness influencer. Swarmageddon, it's like you're in a kindergarten, but lucky you, they're just easy to kill. Rival presence, more robots. Lethal page outbreak. We hate this, we don't even bother with this mission. Duck and cover, more spitters, you better hide. Ebonite outbreak, just rock spiders. Now the only actual places you have to worry about is the desert, snow, forest, lava, and radioactive places. Desert because it gets windy, and if you run out of resources, you can just eat the sand when you're hungry. Snow because it also gets windy, and certain places slow you down, and the snow gets in your boot and it melts. But if you're thirsty, you can just shooey it down like the Australian man you wish you were. Lava because it can melt your boots and your toes get hurt. Radioactive place since if you stay there long enough you get cancer. The forest because even the plants they hate you and they want to stab you like the average London resident. Looks like kneaded dough. Glyphid but stronger, Glyphid but has more health. The Thing from Fantastic Four, but smaller. He shields the one around him, so you have to kill him first and fast. Stingtail, like a clingy girlfriend, is never gonna leave you alone and will always bring you back for a kiss. Stalker. Praetorian, but they come in a few different flavors, like gives you cancer, freezes you, gives you deformities. The Thing from Fantastic Four, management, gives you AIDS, slows you down, gives you AIDS, American sniper, Afghan children, Chinese children, the thing the Arabs wish they had for war, the things the Jews wish they had for money, the average black woman, spits but tougher, spits but 3 times, cum, also slows you down, the average pedo, the electric chair, the average black woman, again, rolling stones, sniper, carpet bomber, kill them all without hesitation. And I forgot to mention you won't ever be going alone out on missions unless you want to, since I gave you the absolute pinnacle of what a man should be. Bosco. He can cook for you, he can clean for you, he can do your laundry. Always be nice to Bosco. Then there's deep dives, something only experienced miners should do. But to give you the gist of it, you get 6 random missions in 3 random areas. And when I say random missions, I do mean random, since you could get deep scan and point extraction in the same thing. But you should know the first objective will always be a full mission, and the second objective is always like a watered down mission. And once you complete the deep dive, you get a blank matrix core, an overclock, and 1 for cosmetic. Nitra. If you don't have enough of this, kiss your tiny ass goodbye. Since even if your life is on the line and you need exactly 90 nitra every single time, and if you don't have it, that meatball looking man in his office will not send you any ammo. And then one of my favorite perks, indoctrination. Overclocks, they come in many different flavors, and some of those flavors are clean, balanced, and unstable. And that's all a newborn like you needs to know. And even though mission control sounds like an unenthusiastic hand job most of the time, he does care about you and wants you to survive. Now get out there, miner.
Rock and stone, yeah!